Somebody in chat just said they got 2 anonymous DMs asking what AI-generated movie scripts sound better to them. Well, I am declaring war on all artificial intelligence and some of the natural intelligence that's developing it. I've been taking my daughter around to various playgrounds around Vancouver, okay? Why not the same playground that's most convenient every time? Because I'm spending a lot of time there. I'd like to mix it up. I'd like to get some stratification of like, oh, this playground's good for this playground's good for this one's got new toys, this one's got lots of open green space. You cannot read Google reviews for Vancouver parks anymore because the top reviews are all clearly written by AI. How do you know they're written by AI? They all use the same flowery, like pseudo-intellectual, unnecessarily dramatic prose to basically describe like a green field with 2 benches. It's always like, blah, blah park is an organic oasis in the middle of the concrete jungle that is this neighborhood of Vancouver. It has playground equipment for the kids and also public facilities such as bathrooms. This is a great place if you enjoy getting some vitamin D outside from the sun. Whereas a normal person, when you scroll down like 8 reviews, there's a normal person that's like, the toilet was pretty clean, 4 stars. So now, I can't trust the reviews anymore because it says that this playground, like the top review is like somebody writing an essay with a composited AI-generated profile image that's like great for kids. Then I get there and it's got like 1 swing set from 1971 and I'm like, you robots fucking lied to me, dude. Now I gotta go into the Justin McElroy Vancouver park rankings, but I have to be honest, I think that the park rankings are good, but they're not specifically focused on the playground equipment. A lot of them are focused on like where millennials should walk their fur babies, which is great and it's good for them. I'm just not, I'm not taking my 3-year-old to Fraser River Park, number 4 park in the greater Vancouver area, Fraser River Park. Does it even have a seesaw? Listen, I'm looking for something different. I do appreciate the amount of work that went into it. See, thank you, you found it. I mean, this is not specifically the one I was talking about, but this is emblematic of the theme. Connaught Park is a delightful place for a leisurely stroller, a peaceful moment in the heart of the city. The park's lush greenery and well-maintained pathways make it a perfect spot for relaxation and outdoor activities. With its charming atmosphere and beautiful surroundings, it's a haven for nature enthusiasts and those seeking a tranquil escape from the urban bustle. Whether you're looking to enjoy a picnic with family or simply unwind amidst nature, Connaught Park offers... Fuck you, you fucking robot! You're not a real person. You've never experienced the beauty of the sun on your face, the wind in your hair, if you take your shirt off. When you ruin the internet, that's one thing, but now you're ruining of the internet because the internet has like a middleware connection to MeatSpace. You're ruining MeatSpace a little bit for me as well because now I can't trust Google reviews. Now, you used to not be able to trust Google reviews for different reasons, because people would, like, suffering mental illness would be like, I give this place 1 star because the waitress hates me. And you're like, this person's review needs to be cut from this like 100%. Now you can't trust any of them, man. Like, I know what a park is. Anyway, let's do Jokerless. Excuse me. That is in play, challenges, start new challenge, Jokerless. There we go. Jokers no longer appear in the shop. Oh, I know parks. And rec. Just give me a straight, bro. It's a little sus that you wouldn't give me a straight. It kind of seems like you got it out for me. I still have 1 more discard. I forgot that we're not on that 2 discard life anymore. I've been there for like, I don't know, like 3 months, and I don't mean on vacation. What? I'm gonna hold R. A straight like that is 250 points. You know why? Because I've been playing the plasma deck. I expected that it would like win for us instantly. Also, you don't have 4 fingers. 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen. There we go. 308, we'll take those. I don't understand how Jokerless is possible. I mean, this is going to be self-evident, I guess. It's planet scaling and tarot cards improving the quality of your deck. So lots of planets in the direction of the hand that you tend to play the most, and then In particular for score, we're gonna want glass cards, obviously, but you know, even like gold cards to help us get our econ going in the absence of an economic focused Joker. Like this is the sort of thing I'm looking for. I don't know, maybe aces? Aces because they give us the most chips by default out of a card. And then I'm thinking like realistically, because we're spending all of our money on cards and planets, we should probably spec for like a high hand. Because a pair is going to be tough to scale to the point where it gets us there without any Joker help. But we might not be able to play four of a kind for a while, but we'll kind of seed it for the future maybe. I don't know. Gonna try Slay the Spire on the plane like you've always suggested. I honestly, so I don't travel by airplane all that much anymore. But I do think that, without a doubt, I'm one of the best air travelers in terms of like demeanor in the world. Come on, don't screw me on this one. What do I mean by that asinine sentence? You will never hear me complain about a flight that's like 6 hours or less, even though I'm traveling with a 3-year-old child. I mean, I know it sounds like a little too obvious, but like all you have to do is sit there, man. You sit there, you got Slay the Spire on your phone, Balatro on your Nintendo Switch. You may have seatback entertainment. You can buy snacks at the airport, eat them on the airplane. Like that's it, man. All you got to do is chill. 9-hour flights are tough though. I mean, a month ago I did a 14-hour flight. And then on the way back, that was like an 11-hour flight or something like that. Ain't nothing but a peanut. I love flying on the plane. It's crazy to say, and maybe I never thought I would be in this position. I agree with you. This sounds kind of like depressing, but it's like the only time in your adult life when you can't be bothered at all. I mean, you can be bothered. You could be like, oh, I don't want to sit here anymore. But you don't like check your email and it's like, you need to send us this form immediately. No one can get to you. You're in space. And I've never paid for in-flight Wi-Fi because my impression of in-flight Wi-Fi is that it only works intermittently. And then if it doesn't work, you don't get your money back anyway. So I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to mess around with like the turn off the Wi-Fi settings on my phone, turn them back on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, then turn on airplane mode, then turn it on. Like, no, it's not going to happen. Plus they do is, I get that it's probably like a FAA regulation, but they never turn that shit on until like you're at cruising altitude and you're like, buddy, that's like 40 minutes into the flight. If we're on a 3-hour flight, you know, that's like almost 25% of the time that I don't have access to the thing that I'm going to be paying you $8 for or something like that. No shot. I'll just be playing Balatro or something. Let's start here. Strength, I wish I believed in it. This is my econ. Death card for more aces. We got a long road ahead of us, okay? Don't expect to win any given run in Jokerless. It's going to take the perfect setup, and that's why you only have to do it one time. See, this is what I was hoping for. Kind of crazy to dump the kings, but I really do want to create an ace for our long-term success. I would even be so inclined as to play this and hope to draw another ace or several. Okay. And we already got 2 ace of hearts. Let's keep it chunking. We've even got some econ, which is kind of crazy. Is Balatro Switch worth it if I have 400 hours on Steam? You're like, I like eating hamburgers. Should I go to Five Guys? Yeah, obviously. You passed the test, bro. You should know the answer to that question. That's an insane question. What do you mean, is it worth it? You already know you played 400 hours of it. Doesn't make any sense. Switch Balatro just got the update yesterday. You're on an airplane, okay? Like, I'm not coming after you 2.5 scums, I swear. But like, you know, are you really gonna concern yourself while you fly through the sky over the Pacific Ocean? You're, oh yeah, I've got Balatro on the Switch, but it's one patch back. Come on. You might find yourself losing some runs and like be annoyed by it, but at the same time, it matters. Not to me, but the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. That's for damn sure. That's one thing I've noticed. I think we want to try to play 2-pair, and I'm straddling the line on this one because I probably could afford to dump at least one of these gold cards if we're gonna have a chance. We can't play any more 2-pairs. We gotta have the dream hand. The dream hand does not exist. How about 3 to 4 aces? Well, it was fun while it lasted. That's okay. We'll try. We'll try. We'll try. They wouldn't rebuke the full house desire early. The other thing I learned is you're no good in this game. All right, Kamakira123 from Boise, Idaho. What is this? What is this badge? Raging Wolf Helm. This badge was earned for watching Elden Ring during the initial Shadow of the Erdtree expansion launch. They gave you a badge for being such a good consumer. That's so awesome for you. You must be happy. Now, let me think about this. Bro, I wanted that badge. I bet you did. Unfortunately, you've got to be an elite consumer of media. Not the media itself, but like reactions to the media itself in order to get a badge that prized. Not everybody has that kind of... that greatness within them. You know, Michael Jordan... Don Bradford, or whoever who's the cricket guy? Okay, Costco executive member. Thank you for reminding me. I think I got to swing by today. I'm in a tough situation. Let me just explain it to you, okay? Maybe this is the problem with North America. I buy all my socks at Costco because they're cheap. Possibly as an effect of the fact that they're cheap, they break down like crazy. I mean, I do use them when I'm cycling, so I'm assuming there's like a reasonable amount of friction versus a day-to-day sock. So they break down really quick. But then so many of them break down that when I go through my sock drawer and throw out the ones with like tons of holes, I'm like, holy shit, I just threw out like 20 socks. That means I need to buy like 10 more pairs. What pops into my head? Costco, bro. That's the best place to buy 10 pairs of socks for like $11.99. But because I buy them at Costco, they break down faster, and I'm like in a subscription cycle right now. The Pumas are durable. Let me see, what am I rocking here? I think I'm rocking Champions. Is that like... I don't have any knowledge of North American like athletics brand. Is Champion like a poverty sock or something? I do buy whatever's cheapest, so you know, maybe there's an element of that. Champion's fine. Get them CCMs. I suppose I could consider the CCMs. They're low to mid tier. I'll think about it. I almost bought blank. I guess it does work to get like one Joker now that I think about it, but that's pretty nice. Yeah, the hole always forms, oh, thanks a lot, somewhere between the toe and the ball of the foot. 100% of the time. I've been trying the Kirkland high socks and they're indestructible. See, Jay, that's a whole other issue for me. I'm trying to figure out if I'm at the position of my... So all of the socks I own, with exception of like a few pairs of athletic socks, are high socks. And I'm thinking about working some low socks into my routine. But now I'm thinking, like, to cover all the bases, it's crazy. I don't know if you'll ever see me get a high black sock, because I feel like you can't wear it with shorts. It's too, like, Steve Urkel coded. You can wear white high socks with shorts and lean into the geek look a little bit, but if they turn into black socks, it's just too much. You might as well have like suspenders on or something like that. But I think I need to switch it up. I got to get rid of the black New Balances and buy like a white pair of sneakers. All the cool guys are wearing white sneakers these days, but then I got to replace my white socks with black socks. I got to like invert the lower half of my wardrobe. I'm way behind on the current fashion trends. Anyway, I've been thinking about it a lot. Okay, at some point money's gonna be a secondary concern for us. But for now, 2 pair scales so assly, but it might keep us alive in that moment. And I don't know, brother. Would we rather have tarot cards or planets? Those are the only things that can show up in the shop. I guess I'd rather have tarot cards because that's kind of like econ for us. And you know what? We could probably use this as well. When you get in the grill, we got one, man. We got a grill. We've been grilling for years. Heard they recently added more hops. So anyway, that's a long story short indication that I'll probably be attending my pilgrimage to Costco later today, if I had to guess. Just if I had to guess, though. Love it. Love it. Hey, so am I. Yo, which one? Probably not the same one. If I had to guess. Dude, maybe we could be flush maxing. You gonna get some hot dogs? I was thinking about it. It's really hard not to, because they're like $1.50 with a drink. But then I'm also like, I don't know, I'm kind of like losing weight right now. And you could probably like, you know, maintain your caloric deficit and still have like a Kirkland Signature footlong hot dog combo. But I also feel like for me, I'm the kind of guy where like, it's easy for me to make allowances for myself. So I'd be like, you know, oh, I've been good. I did a 2-hour Peloton ride today. Librarian can go check the metrics. I'm going to guess that we were around, if I had to guess, 1,280 kilojoules over 120 minutes. Still a pretty good one. But then, like, I make the allowances for myself so much that they add up to, like, just treading water. So I think I have to be like a hardliner with myself, at least for a bit, when the motivation is there. And then when the motivation is gone, I can be like, oh, let's have some hot dogs. That's how I feel about it, at least. Respect for going to Costco. It's like being in traffic, but as a human being instead of a car. True. That's pretty true. I mostly like it though, because, and this is, I would not describe this as good. I think it's a character flaw. But like when somebody, probably just well-meaning, makes a mistake in Costco, or what I perceive as a mistake, such as like the indignity of not knowing there were people behind them before they stopped driving their cart, because they're actually looking at something that they're interested in purchasing. That for me makes me feel superior to them as a human being, which is like completely artificial. And unnecessary, but does give me like a little hit of pleasure and reward. So even I'm the kind of guy who's I think I'm a little mentally ill in the sense that when I'm frustrated, I'm like glad I'm frustrated, because I'm like, look at how much better than this person that I am. And the way that oh, that's a good card, man. The way that tends to manifest itself is that I'll be looking at like something in the freezer aisle, and then there will be someone behind me, and I'll just move my shit out of the way and say sorry for no reason. Even though they could have just, they saw me there, they could have just moved around. Instead, I'm like, no, I'm in the way right now. I'll try to minimize my physical size as much as possible so that they can't even see me. Let me take a peek at this. Diamond flushes is kind of something that we could root for. I do think we let's just start with 7, 8, 9, 10 jack, okay? That's a hand. That's worth almost, it would have been better to discard it. This is good though. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna cut from my life here. I think I'm gonna cut 2 non-diamond 6s. You guys, I'm gonna give you some support here. Then I'm gonna play this 3 of a kind, and maybe we'll get the flush after. I'm not too upset about it, okay? But we genuinely have not had a single lucky card payout yet, which is it's getting a little bit suspicious. Are you oat-pilled in the supermarket or no? Yeah, I would say I'm oat-pilled for sure. I would say there's no doubt about it. I say ope if someone has to move by me, and I say ope if I have to move by someone, as if it's my fault in both situations. But in my head, and this is perhaps the most disagreeable part of it, in my head, I say ope, but I'm like, it's your fucking fault. People are complicated, guys, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Why not say excuse me? Because it's not the fucking Queen of England or something. What do you mean, excuse me? I don't need to be excused for being in the food aisle at the grocery store. How about you excuse yourself, buddy? How about I just hit you with a little ope instead? That's not enough, huh? Imagine. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. You should be good, though. Yeah. I hit people with a pardon. You know what I've noticed? And again, maybe this... I guess I can't avoid the idea that this is, of course, in some ways based on my own personal viewpoint instead of, like, objective data, right? I feel like people are more aggressively anti-sorry these days than they used to be. My rose-colored glasses nostalgia memory is that early 2000s, you're walking through a Canadian Tire, you get in someone's way, you're like, sorry. They say, no, sorry, my bad, no, don't, sorry, like, no problem. Nowadays, I would say, like, 3 out of 5 sorries are being met with another sorry, which is how I felt like we do it in Canada. But then like 40% of them is like the other person almost taking offense to the sorry, as if it's insulting for me to suggest that a diminutive character such as myself could possibly inconvenience an alpha male such as you inside of the Target or the Trader Joe's, right? So like instead of being like, oh, I may have inconvenienced you and now I'm acknowledging it and I apologize for that. Now I'm saying like, oh, I'm so superior to you that I must have impacted your life in some way. And you're like, that ain't gonna happen. So like 40% of the time I get hit with like you didn't do anything. And I'm like, that's not what we're doing here, man. You're reading too much into the sorry. It's a West Coast issue? It might be. It might be. It might be. You might be right. I may be crazy. Thoughts on no worries? I'm a no worries user. Let's send it, man. I'm not worried about the steel card just yet. Give me that 20 mult. Yes, 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 yes. I'm a no worries main. I wouldn't say I main it. I mean, listen, can I hit you with my sorry tech? If someone says sorry to me, I would say 90% of the time I reply my bad. Even though it's not my bad at all, probably. But I'm saying, the way I look at it, maybe it's the twisted world of my own vernacular. They were nice by saying sorry, so I'm then taking their resignation and I'm saying, you don't get to resign because it's actually my fault. So let's both resign together. It's like the end of the Hunger Games 1, right? Whereas I feel like if I say sorry, I feel like that's a great way to do it. It's like 2 sorries, 2 rights doesn't make a wrong, is what I'm saying. What it gets me, and maybe again, this is like Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr coded, like we got a duel to the death. If I say sorry and you rebuke the sorry, that's like rebuking a thank you. It's like, you don't have to thank me, it's my job. And I'm like, well, I did thank you. So you basically counterspelled it. And now, like, you've in my opinion, you've rejected my social politeness and you've created animosity between us for no reason when you could have united us and brought us together. But that's just one man. I'm an it's all good guy. That's a good one too. Every group needs one it's all good guy. The great diffuser. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's nice to have some wide coverage, I guess. Sure. I would like both. Without the opportunity to have both, I'll take Magician instead. Pardon me. See, it's kind of fucked up because I know I got a lot of diamonds in this deck. Thank you so much. Can I do something crazy? This might be the time where we start creating some more Steel Andrews. That just felt right to me. Now we don't get to play the gold seals, but still, I can't be too upset. Are you celebration cookie pilled? When I'm flying WestJet, of course, because that's what they give you. I personally don't want to buy cookies at the grocery store because then I'll eat the cookies from the grocery store. But on an airplane, sure. How are they always on sale? I don't say this to be unnecessarily rude. I think the target audience for celebration cookies, let's just put it nicely, they're not getting any younger. So I think their consumer base is like... I think you could read between the lines, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They're in dire need of trying to capture a new audience. I don't think they're necessarily bad, though. I would just like to see 2 pair, please. If I have to play a diamond flush, I could be persuaded mightily to play a diamond flush. That's a straight flush, man. Actually, kind of sucked because we haven't leveled it up, but still. Temperance, huh? I've never heard of these cookies. I'll level with you. It might be a Canadian classic. I guess we're going 3 of a kind. Let me see. Diamonds, that's great. That's great. I'm in my mid-20s and I love celebration cookies. Hang on. Okay, let me one moment here. Can I find them? You didn't do anything wrong, by the way. I'm 22 and I can get down with them. That's not what I'm looking. Okay, Life Gives You Lennon. This is your name. Life Gives You Lennon. /user. Life Gives You Lennon. Okay? Now this is, you're not on trial, okay? At all. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I do want to posit some theories about you, okay? And you tell me if I'm right or wrong in this. As a mid-20s Celebrations cookies, not just enjoyer, but I'm assuming purchaser from the grocery store. As a regular consumer, I'm also going to guess that you love BBC and Channel 4 panel shows from the nation of the United Kingdom. You have 30 seconds to reply. Okay, I'm looking. Not really. Poser. You're a poser. I'm sorry. It's the honest to goodness truth. The truth hurts. I really thought I had you there. I don't know why, like, buying grocery store cookies to me just feels like very British coded. Wow, that was ass, huh? Why was that so ass? Oh, because it was a straight flush! Oh! Wrong. Come on, give me those hearts, man. I gotta play. You have to be played. So I'm sorry to do this. You're just the best. Remember, it's about cards. It's not about jokers. It's about cards. Yeah, that was this. They're calling it the sanest pivot in Balatro history. That's the hand we gotta play. Is Celebration Rock a patio classic? Yeah, for sure. That's I would say that's one of the few albums released in my lifetime that you could say is like the perfect Canada Day album. You could run Post Nothing as well, but Post Nothing's a little more, it's got a little less, I don't know, like mainstream broad appeal. It's less radio ready, which is maybe why it's also like a little better. It depends when you're asking me. They're both great though. Okay, this is an important card. I personally believe I can turn you into a diamond. I can change you. I don't care too much for the voucher. This is very nice. And honestly, I believe in using these two back to back. That makes sense to me, man. That makes sense to me. Let's start here. Obviously, we want to use the star as well on the Red Seal King. Just so he's open for business. Sorry, I can't say open for business without... You know what I'm going to say. Maybe you don't. Maybe you got to be an old head. Meat eating partner, closed for business. Vegan observing partner, open for business. You know that old John Saunders classic? Consumes animal products, closed for business. You don't know it? That's old internet. I saw John Saunders once at the Whole Foods that said like it's like can be an eighth. And I was like, I gotta get a picture of John Saunders. Then I was like, oh, fuck you, man. He's just living his life. But then I think I did tweet that I saw John Saunders at the grocery store, and then somebody like added John Saunders and was like, this guy saw you at the grocery store. And I was like, yo, man, fuck off. Be cool, bro. You're not supposed to snitch tag. Can be an eighth, also another shit intersection where people run the light. Yo, listen, bro, okay? I'm not saying you gotta respect the drivers, but they gotta put a protected left in there, okay? There's a lot of that. There's a Home Depot, there's a Canadian Tire, there's a Save On Foods, there's a Whole Foods, there's a Wendy's, there's a pretty good Japanese curry place in that area as well. They gotta put one protected left in there. No wonder people, and then you get also, and again, the pedestrians have the right of way, but it's like a 7-block crossing, and then people walk on like 2 seconds left, and they're like, oh, I'll just cheat the light. But then the people that are turning left also have to cheat the light, or they're going to get T-boned at the intersection. So everybody's mad at everybody else for like they're taking one step of umbrage, and then it just adds up to like this cluster. Anyway, like, I'm just saying, I can understand why people are like, why things get messed up over there. I can understand it. I hate that intersection so much. Me too. Me too. I believe that is also where I was, because you get a confluence of like yuppies and insane people there. That's also where a man who I can only describe as being dressed like he came out of the Great Depression, like he was like a Amish guy, was outside of that Whole Foods, and I was walking my daughter when she was like a year old. She was in her stroller, and then he was like, used to be a woman would do that work. And I just looked at him, and I was kind of like, I don't even know what he means by that. Like, I was just on my way to the store. I wasn't really like engaging in childcare directly. I mean, it's childcare, but there's a lot harder jobs than that. Let's put it that way. Hello. We have another red seal card. We could steal it, but I'm gonna think about it for a second here. Don't really want to convert y'all. I do want to convert you. That's also the last place I saw the duck lady. I know of whom you speak. Duck lady. I thought she was more associated with East Van, but I guess I don't mean anything by this. I know it sounds bad. I think she gets around. Not like that! I said not like that, man. Let me think about this. This is an important moment. Yes. There's nothing to think about. I think we save the chariot to use on another more valuable card, possibly a diamond, so that we can cut the non-diamonds rather than just yeeting it out here for no reason. Oh, she died. Sorry. My mistake. I'm not up on the Vancouver folk heroes. I did see, wasn't like Roller Girl is missing too? Oh, no, she yelled at me last week on Main Street. Okay, Roller Girl's still out there. For better and for worse. She's eternal. Oh, someone stole her roller skates. That's what I saw. Someone stole her roller skates. There's a few characters. There's guy, when I first moved to Vancouver, there was a guy who was always posted up outside of the Scotiabank Theater downtown. And he would always have like no shirt on and be like shivering. And he had a sign that was like, today's my 62nd birthday, like anything helps. And you're like, oh, that's like really sad. Then like we went to see 2 movies in like 3 days or something like that. And that dude was like, it's my 62nd birthday, anything helps. And I'm like, listen, I understand the hustle, but at the same time, like, kid, I don't understand how many birthdays have you got, man? That's all I'm saying. I know Opera Man as well. I don't know if I've ever seen him, but I've heard folk tales of Opera Man. Robert J. Opperman. Now, let's buy Empress. I think we're chilling. Decreases level of played poker hand. That obviously sucks ass. At the same time, I feel like I need to play flushes in order to get to 22,000 points. But it's got to be done. I'm going to do something a little crazy here. I'm going to make my jack, even though it's foil, we can still play it if we got to. But I would rather have red seal steel for the future. I think it's the right way to do it. Now, you got to take risks at this stage of your life, man. Please tell me we get it in 2. 2 is very doable. In fact, but if we do it in 2, we could also get another Jupiter. So it's basically like we got it in 1. You're genius. It's not great, but it's not that bad. And this is a great setup right here. I'm going to give me a death card first, then let's start with this Arcana. Hermit. Hermit is a good card. More blue seals. I hate to say it, you can't lose with this one. More blue seals is great, and more red seal steals is great. You can work with either, I think. I think we're going to need planet scaling. But you're kind of like a really good planet scaler the more I get... I don't know, man. Either you can't lose either way. It's both good, even if you have to play them sometimes. I think that's... Never underestimate the blue seals, okay? Honestly, that's money in our pocket. I wouldn't. No, it's possibly good in the future, but not good enough right now in this house. Dump it. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what I'm gonna do with. Wow, we got a lot of enhanced Andrews, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this Hangman card, but anything helps. What I would... Okay, first off, you're both ass. What I would love to do is draw my blue seal. So, I'm going to be a different kind of beast. And I'm going to play, like, high card. Hoping that I can get my blue seal, because I think that matters a lot to me, man. If we can get one Jupiter every hand, it's possible that Jokerless could fall. Very nice. And to do it with flushes is kind of crazy. I mean, this is exactly what we wish to see. If we could get 2 Jupiters per hand. Oh, man. Nah, I'm not adding an ace. It needs to be better than that. We need to draw our enhanced cards as much as possible. Sorry. Yes. And I'll hold there. Play only one hand type this round. It shouldn't be too bad. I would happily turn a card into you. I would not cry about it in the slightest. Now, the question is, do we win in one? I don't really mind it. Well, I do mind if we win in one. Maybe we should play some perceived Dookie to not hit 30,000. Even, okay, this is like the first time in history I didn't want my lucky card to pop. So this way we can draw our blue seal, hopefully. A blue seal. Honestly, with death, we have a flush, so we can throw one more card. You mad genius. Oh, you princes of Maine and you kings of New England, you've done it again. Blue seal is too good now. So what I'm going to do, oh, no! I need to not win. Let me think about this for a second. Let me think. I need to not get 600 points. This is going to give 30 chips. 70 times. This is going to be like 280 chips or something. And then I need to draw 2 diamonds, please. It worked out exactly as planned. I don't believe it. We weren't going to lose there, but we might have lost some scaling as a result of not getting the 2 blue seals to pop. But it's obviously like that's a dream come true. So what I was going to say is I'm going to use the blue seals to win everything, and then I'm going to start complaining about how they're too good, and I'm going to get them nerfed so that you guys can't follow me on the path. I'm going to get to the top, and I'm going to pull the ladder up after me. So you're going to have to find a much more difficult way around. Sorry. Way of the world. It's the streamer's dilemma. I'll add a lucky 2. I could be swayed to add a lucky 2. I could be swayed to add a wild purple seal. Sure. What do you want? Play only one hand type this round. Okay, on this one, Just don't fuck it up. Just play flushes. That's very nice. Thank you so much. I would even justice you. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna discard. Thank you. Honestly, I'm content with you being lucky. This probably doesn't win in one, and it means we'd have to draw another flush. Oh, the 3. You're right. We could enhance the 3. Rookie mistake. Whatever. I believe we can draw 3 diamonds if we have to. We take the chance on these. So dump it for nothing. Draw another diamond. You go to the end. This is fine. And it didn't break. And we get 2 Jupiters. The ace is wild. I know. I played it. Anyway. Okay. Ante 7. Celestial pack. A Jupiter. You shouldn't have. We're getting to the point... Nah, man. We're getting to the point where, like, these cards are not good enough. Like, we are only playing diamond flushes. We already have, like, enhanced flushes. All of our cards for the average flush is enhanced. This is something that's insane. Well worth it. That's a sell. That's very nice. This pays for itself probably. Okay. Okay. Good. Great. Fantastic. Never been better. Okay, hear me out here. Not that concerned about the money on this one. I do need you to be wild, though. Luck is not what it used to be. I trust it. Huge. Huge. Yo, what is that? It's got a reflective surface on it. My wife is showing off her gamer swag. Oh. I would honestly, when I saw you coming down the stairs with it at first, I was so concerned that it was Magic cards. So it being like a video game is the best possible outcome for me. I was like, the Magic card craze is sweeping the nation. When I saw like an angel on the front of the box with a sword, I was like, no, man, no, not again. But we're saved. No Jupiter. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe. You're both really good. It would be nice to, honestly, this is crazy. Econ? No econ? I'm sorry to have to do this, but I really think like these are just better. Especially for getting through the wall. This might be sendable. But then we need to use a card first. Not the best use of this card, but we're getting into like diminishing returns no matter what. Big whoop. Interesting. You're an interesting Andrew. One of the most interesting of all the Andrews, I would say. I don't know why I would... it doesn't matter. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Sell it. 30... This should be good. 2 more Jupiters. The blue seals are doing insane work. Has a single lucky pop this run? I did get $20 out of one. So I'm not complaining. In general, I'm not complaining because I think we've been very lucky with our planets. Like, not this time, but we've been getting a lot of Jupiters on average. Let's just see what we get here. Fool for an Emperor. Sure. Okay. Now, this is where things get hot, okay? It's kind of a beautiful situation. I guess you could at least double chip ya. High Priestess. Hanged Man. I'm not going to use the glass card yet, just because we don't have any molted cards that are being added here. It's just the lucky. So I think we just send this first and save the... It would have been nice. The lucky card actually popped there, but okay. It makes... Using all the glass together makes sense for sure. I can see the value there. Kind of a great card to receive. Just thinking. You should be part of the glass. But also, all of the all of the molters should be part of the glass too, but you can't have both. So let's start here. Another glass card, a beautiful get. Our base molt is 44. I think it's worth holding a steel. We actually don't need to use the diamond. Okay. I mean, given the circumstances, I think we can hold one. I think we can hold one. I can't believe I'm going to puzzle the math. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, okay. You should be here for sure. Let me think about this. 335 times 44. But it's going to be 335 times 54. 58. 116. 232. And then this is going to add 1.5 on top of that. So it's like 335 times 300. It's like 100,000 points as is. You're right. You're right. You can dump that too. It makes it easy. It makes it easy. Even with the wrong jack. I love the nose while we like dominated. It's the principle. The results don't matter, man. It's the process. You would never make it in the humanities, man. Stay in STEM. It's safer for you. Death card. Very important. High Priestess. Nice to have. Don't gotta have it. It's Anti-8. Okay, Jupiter. Jupiter's big. Star is big. Death is big. Let's run it. Force is one card to always be selected. A great situation to have a Stars card. Now, me personally, I mean, I guess it's always nice to have more blue seals. It'd be nice to get more steel as well, but like we get steel scaling. Ah, fuck. Let me go through my thought process. The star card is very necessary, or very nice to have considering the boss ante, but losing one scaling of Jupiter is annoying. But I think we gotta just deal with our priorities. Star is a win enabler. It's true. It's true. You can already beat the boss on points. Probably. I know I could get another stars card, but there's a chance that I don't, and then it might ruin the whole run. That's funny. You know, I mean, you might as well have this, I guess. That's very nice. Justice card goes crazy too. 75. We only need 100,000. Lads, we're gonna make it. Like it's already been made. I think. Don't use the stars card. You can throw one of them. If it breaks, it breaks. The point of the glass cards is to use them. This is the week of gaming, man. This is crazy. What happened to my brain? You gotta touch grass. Look at it. Look at what touching grass did for us. Sisyphus. Gold stakes. Jokerless. I had the best like Lethal Company performance of my life yesterday. Still a lot of mistakes, but I mean, it's outside of the norm for me. Probably would just skip on that one. And then this is where we go all in. Nah, dog. Not necessary. Honestly, worth the 20 bucks we spent here. And I don't know, you're probably not going to come in handy, but it's something. Okay, that's a great card to have selected. I mean, you just go all in immediately, I would say. Make sure your glass cards are at the end. I mean, I think that's it, man. Oh, that was very satisfying. They waited until the end and then ka-chunk. Jokerless. Easy. Flush Jokerless. It's that simple. Look at this. Challenge deck. Done. Done, 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 done. Hey, Dash Boral, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. You're right. My chakras are like aligned, man. Okay, slash marker. Call that Jokerless.